the Middle East under extreme tension. The ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hezbollah has just been announced. But is this truce merely the calm before a new storm? What's at stake in this conflict involving military power, geopolitics, and even the future of global security? Stay with us until the end, because what I'm about to reveal may completely change how you see what's coming. Before we start, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to get exclusive analyses on geopolitics. Don't forget to like this video to support us in bringing you more content like this. Now, let's dive into this critical issue. US President Joe Biden has officially announced a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah, set to begin in the coming hours. The agreement marks the end of 13 months of intense clashes, characterized by thousands of airstrikes, rockets, and an uncountable number of civilian casualties. However, the situation is far from simple. While international leaders celebrate the truce, missiles continue to cross the skies along the Israel-Lebanon border. Hezbollah, backed by Iran, defies evacuation orders issued by Israel, launching drones and rockets that keep uncertainty in the air. The ceasefire, brokered with the support of the US and France, establishes a gradual withdrawal of Israeli troops from southern Lebanon. In exchange, Hezbollah is expected to vacate the region south of the Litani River, making way for the Lebanese army to take control. This plan, to be implemented over 60 days, includes joint monitoring by the UN, the Lebanese armed forces, and international observers. But the question experts are asking is, who will really emerge as the winner of this negotiation? Despite the agreement, Israel retains the right to take military action should Hezbollah breach the terms. In other words, any mistake could reignite the conflict on an even larger scale. Impact on Lebanon. Lebanon stands at a historic crossroads. After decades of Hezbollah's domination in the country's south, the Lebanese army's entry represents an attempt to re-establish national sovereignty. However, analysts question whether the Lebanese forces, weakened by economic crisis and a lack of resources, will be able to fulfill this mission. Additionally, there is a risk of internal conflicts. If the Lebanese army faces resistance from Hezbollah, the country could plunge into a new civil war, exacerbating the sectarian divisions already threatening its stability. Iran's interests. Hezbollah is a key component of Iran's regional strategy, serving as a proxy to pressure Israel and expand Tehran's influence in the Middle East. With the ceasefire, Iran faces a dilemma: continue investing in Hezbollah or redirect resources to other fronts, such as the war in Gaza or tensions with Saudi Arabia. On the other hand, Hezbollah's withdrawal could be seen as a symbolic defeat for the Iranian regime, which would have to deal with the perception of weakness among its allies. Israel, strategic victory or defeat? For many Israelis, the agreement is controversial. While Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu claimed Hezbollah has been pushed back by decades in military capacity, critics argue that the ceasefire was signed too early, without ensuring real security for northern Israel. Mass evacuations are ongoing, and residents of border regions feel abandoned. Confidence in the government is shaken, and Netanyahu faces growing pressure to justify the agreement. Meanwhile, attention is now shifting to Gaza, where Israel promises total victory. But is it possible to fight on two fronts at the same time? Ceasefire breakdown. The history of similar agreements in the Middle East suggests a high likelihood of violations. A single provocation by Hezbollah or a more aggressive Israeli operation could reignite the conflict. If that happens, we can expect an even more intense escalation, with Israel using the agreement as justification for broader military actions. Conflict expansion. With US and French involvement in monitoring the agreement, the question arises, how far are these countries willing to go? Any violation could force a diplomatic or military response, broadening the crisis to a global dimension. Geopolitical reconfiguration. If the ceasefire succeeds, it could mark the beginning of a new order in the Middle East. A weakened Hezbollah and the Lebanese government regaining control of the south would be significant steps towards stabilizing the region. However, this depends on factors such as international financial support and the Lebanese army's ability to address internal and external challenges. The ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah is a rare opportunity to ease tensions in the Middle East, but it also brings immense risks. What we're witnessing could be the start of a resolution or the prelude to something much worse. What do you think about this agreement? Will it truly bring peace, or is it just delaying an inevitable conflict? Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with anyone who needs to understand the complexity of this situation. Don't forget to activate the notification bell so you won't miss our next analyses. This is Núcleo do Mercado, where you find the truth behind the headlines.